Welcome to this sacred space, this sacred moment, and this sacred energy. I felt so called to jump on and do a reading. And the old me, this really, really structured me, the part of me that used to love ticking all the boxes and having boxes to tick, used to need a plan, a strategy, oh, does this fit into my, social media content calendar and all this sort of stuff. And as I've stepped up into the harmonization of my masculine and my feminine in my business, creativity, intuition, joy, and spontaneity has really birthed forth and burst forth as well. And that is what is carrying me through here in this moment. So you'll get to sense that energy. And I wish to also invite you to tap into the same. We are so much in our heads. We are so much in the logical, analytical, critical side of life, especially if you're in business, especially if you're here in the world to bring your creativity and your art, your healing, your gifts, your talents out into the world in service. We want to make the impact, and we feel we need to grind and carve our way into the minds, the bodies, the souls, the bank accounts of other people. And that gets really wearying. So I invite you to embrace a little bit of my energy today and even welcome it into your life and into your business. And if you're feeling called, if you're sensing that, and you might be sensing or hearing the plane going overhead, to me, that is a truth bomb landing in from the universe, a divine sign that's stirring up of the sound, saying, this is something to take note of. And as it passes and allows me to continue to speak, here we go. Nope, it took it with it. I should have captured it in the moment. There's an invitation here to really bring this home for yourself. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Next week, I'm running a workshop, The Queen of Wands. It's all about embracing your magic, bringing meaning into everything you do, into your life, into your business, into becoming the version of you who is the most powerful, the most potent, the most prosperous, and running a business, a life, a soul's mission, your creative pursuits and work in a way that is passionate and profitable. This isn't a money training, but it's going to level up how you view abundance and how you receive abundance. So if that's calling to you, I invite you in. I will share the information below, or you can always feel welcome to reach out to me on social media or via my email, my website, etc. This is a reading, by the way, so let's get to the cards. I pulled 3 ahead of time, which is what inspired me to really go, ooh, I need to record this. I need to share this. I need to encapsulate this energy and this message as a gift to everyone. It's like a little Christmas gift. So the first card from the WildWood Tarot, that's what I'm using for these initial cards, is the Ancestor. Now, with this card, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get these in focus. Apologies. There's a deep reverence here for tradition. And I believe there is definitely a place in all of our life for tradition. But the message coming through here is, as the sovereign ruler of your life, of the Queen of Wands of your world, of the person who is walking the path and also defining the path as you walk it, you're blazing the trail, you get to create new traditions. And that, I mean, we're coming up to Christmas. That can look like very physically, tangibly. What do you do for the holidays? Like if you're not really into gift giving, but you just do it because everyone does it, this is your opportunity to embrace what traditions do you want to start. And then a little bit more less tangible is how you move through the world. What do you wish to bring into the world as a tradition, as a legacy, as a way of being that feels ancient, that feels wise, that feels aligned, but that may not have been there for very long. Maybe it's just been like living in your soul and a bit of a whisper in your heart, but now you're bringing it out. So tradition is a very clear message for everyone here today. And there's no right or wrong in that as well. This isn't about good or bad. It's about aligned and unaligned. The second card that really spoke up and was like, let's make magic today with everyone is the shaman. So this is the magician card. Clearly super magical. I think it's focusing on my painting in the background. um, very, very magical. Now, with this particular card in this particular deck, there is such a like a deep reverence for earth energy and also like a fierce connection to the earth as well. This is a reminder that your manifestations need to be grounded in reality. And I don't mean that in limiting yourself. The message here isn't in going, be realistic. What can you aim for? Like, don't reach too far. That is not what the shaman does. He is like, I'm gonna like completely change the entire environment around me, the ecosystem, the weather patterns. Like, I'm going to do whatever it is I desire to do, but I do it from a place of deep grounded wisdom. So, my very, it's an interesting message here. There's like so much in this card. What are you desiring to manifest? And as a side little tangent here, this is how my guides work. It's like, here's 50 tangents. You get to manifest now. Don't wait till 2024. Sometimes if we go in the new year, by the end of next year, in the first quarter, in the last quarter, when we start to set our sights further out, what we can sometimes do is undermine our connection and undermine the fact that this is something accessible and possible to us right now. Our logical, critical 3D mind, the traditional way of thinking, may reinforce that and go, well, it will take time. But when we're manifesting, when we're working with magic, when we're integrating and playing with the energies around us, that's in the present. So when you're connecting to the desires, the feelings, the thoughts, and what you want to manifest or what you are desiring to receive, it's the active energy you're playing in. So then if you set it into the future, it's kind of disconnected. So the magician here, the shaman here says, ground your manifestations in the now. Aim for them now, accept them now, receive them now, be open to them now, and also do what needs to be done now to be ready for them. Like if you really thought, so here's back to the question, what are you desiring to manifest? And what would you need to do today to receive it today? And that doesn't have to look like 3D actions. Like if it's like you're desiring to manifest a car, and you're like, well, I don't have the funds to go out and buy it. That's what I would 3D do today. My invitation is, well, in terms of energetics, in terms of mindset, in terms of parking space, like what could you do right now to go, I'm ready to receive? Like literally the last thing is the 3D thing. What else would you need to do? Mind, body, soul. I love that message for you today. Grounded in, roots deep. When we have deep roots, we have deep reach when it comes to working with the universe. The third card that I felt called to, the reason I felt called, I've just realized in this moment, they're all major arcana, how magical. We've got the blasted oak. So this is the tower card. I mean, super dramatic, very dramatic. There is a necessary breaking down. I'm sending you so much love if that is a mental or emotional breakdown in this moment. It might be a financial breakdown. It might be a structural breakdown. It might be your car breaks down. And the reason I say this is what I sense is there needs to be a sharp crack, shift, break for you to wake up to what needs to change. And this isn't to say you don't know what you want and you don't know what's not working for you. You do. It's probably very much on the forefront of your mind. But the tower card is like almost the dinner bell from the universe going, you're ready, you're ready, you're ready, come and get it. Like sometimes, most of the time, we need the bigger push before we take the leap. Like I think of the Fool card, like he's not out at the moment, but we all know the Fool card. He's about to step off the cliff, trusting the universe will catch him, like in complete faith and trust. But he's only gotten to that stage in his life and in his energy and in his beingness because the universe has pushed him so many times, pushed him and caught him, pushed him and caught him, pushed him and caught him. And now he jumps. And now he jumps. So this is probably a time in your life where you are still being pushed by the universe. Know and trust, it is pushing you further into alignment so that you get into the receptivity of being able to jump. I think especially in the spiritual world, because we have this like trust the universe, have faith in the universe, like, look for the universe to catch you, like all of these things that can be a little bit of baggage if you're not at that place yet. So this is also your invitation to work with compassion and kindness and forgiveness for yourself. You are not more spiritual simply because you take these like totally intuitive leaps and you don't have to like wait for your mind to catch up. But that's not more spiritual. We're all equally spiritual. Just some of our channels are opened differently and to different degrees, and we have a different relationship with the universe. So release any resistance there. I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Two cards. Very interesting. So the Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. So on brand for what we're talking about here. And she is number 10. To me, this is a fulfillment. Your energy shifts because you're honoring and owning where you've come from, but also where you desire to go and how you desire to go there. You're grounding down your manifestations. They're no longer fantasy. They're no longer you just messing around. It's like, I'm taking my magic seriously. Ooh, just before I jumped on here, I saw on Facebook, it was just a little graphic with some words and it wasn't attributed to anyone. So if this is a famous quote or it's by someone, like, apologies, I don't know who to reference. It was, you don't need to believe in magic. You're magic. You need to believe in yourself. That is magic. Take that, write it down, use it as a mantra. And that's what I sense with this Eclipse Mermaid. It's like only when we're in the dark do we see the light. I imagine this like you've walked into a dark room and your initial reaction is to freak out. I can't see anything. I don't know where I'm going. Everything is dark. Where am I? I have no resources. I have no, senses, all of this stuff. But when we allow it, when we release, when we surrender, our eyes adjust. And here your energetic eyes are adjusting. And then you begin to pick up on the light. You begin to pick up on the little glimmers. And this might be the light through the keyhole. And you're like, that's the direction I'm going in. It might be a light through the window. And you're like, that's the view I needed to see. There's my North Star. I'm going to climb out this window. I'm going to go follow it. So if you're in the darkness or you've been in the darkness of being unconscious, following old traditions that are no longer aligned with you, trying to force magic rather than make magic and create magic, surrender, trust, allow your energetic eyes to adjust, and the light will become clear. There is also a secondary message here with this one, and I shared it with a private client a few weeks ago, actually. She received this card, and there is a lot of beauty in our darkness and in our shadow. If you're familiar with shadow work, there is sometimes a painful gift in what we receive in that work. Recently in my membership, the Soul-Led and Satisfied membership, we did a training. It was this month, actually, 6 days ago when I look at the calendar, on the golden shadow and finding in our shadow, our hidden gifts, our submerged talents, the parts of us that we have repressed that are the most powerful or that can come and join us in the light. If you'd like to become a part of that membership, I'll drop the details below. Now, this Eclipse Mermaid to me is a beautiful collection of the cards we've already seen and the energy we've already seen. It's about loving the dark, not just relying on the light, being powerful and fierce, even when you're not in the easiest of circumstances. The fact that she is in the dark waters also sort of shows me that this might be a difficult emotional time for you. You are powerful enough to navigate those waters. Now, a second card came out. Death and the Maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. She actually popped up upside down. That feels significant. I don't normally read Oracle in reverse, but we'll see what the message is that comes through. So a very beautiful card, very vulnerable card. To me, it really elicits this sense of surrender that we've been talking about. There needs to be a death and a rebirth in your energy, in your thinking, in your structures, in the way that you simply go about the world. It might be a death and a rebirth of those traditions we spoke about earlier, of your relationship with magic and what that means to you, in some actual physical, tangible structures in your life. Maybe your business needs to drastically shift. Maybe the way that you're setting up your days, your weeks, it has to change because it's not conducive to you being in your power. There is something here for you to work on. The fact that invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance it's going to be very easy once you allow yourself to really look into what's not working for you. This is you in the dark and the light has switched on and you're seeing things for what it truly is and what they truly are. Okay, I'm feeling called to get one more card. If this reading is resonating and if it is landing, please let me know in the comments below. And I do intend to do these on a more structured basis, but also as I've done today, when I am intuitively called to it. So definitely subscribe, keep updated, and come back for more. I also do daily readings over on Instagram. So that's a really good place to get a lot of pointed, powerful, potent daily advice, general life readings, and business readings. As a spiritual life coach, I work with people who are on the entrepreneurial path, but also those seeking a deeper connection with self, soul, and source. If that sounds like you, come and follow me in all the places. I also have private readings and whole year forecasts and coaching packages. The reason I say all of that, I know everyone's unique and everyone has unique needs. So just like a reading, take what works, leave the rest. What do we need today to round out this message? This one that stuck to my hand. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we've got 33 sexual arts. I just see this as a deeper, more passionate connection. Let your passion lead you. Let your passion lead you. And letting go. Today has been a message of letting go of what no longer works, letting go of what doesn't feel aligned, letting go of the past simply because it is tradition, simply because it has always been done that way. That is relevant in life, in love, in relationship, in how you identify and move through the world. Let go anything that doesn't serve you, that keeps you in the dark. The dark isn't a bad place to be. We all have shadows, but we don't need to live there. It is a place we can visit for deeper understanding, for deeper healing, and simply because circumstances might push us in that direction for the lessons, for the growth, for the humanity of it all. But this is not a place where we need to dwell and we need to live. It is a place that helps us become, rebirth, renew. All right. Those are the messages for today. They were powerful, they were potent, and if you're in business or desiring to be, or if you're simply on a creative spiritual path and you know you have soul work to bring to the world in whatever way that looks like, come along to the Queen of Wands workshop. It's on the 14th of December. If you're seeing this after the 14th, please reach out and let me know that you're interested, and depending on when it is, we'll see how you can get access to that. Thank you for joining me today, and I really trust that this has reached the people it needed to reach. It has landed where it needs to land, and I invite you to take your aligned divine action so you can be living a life of magic and meaning.